Scariest moments caught on camera, can you handle the chills? Hey guys, it's Peter. Are you ready to freak out? Because today we're diving headfirst into the world of the unexplained, the terrifying, the stuff that makes your heart pound and your palms sweat. Join me as I dive into some of the scariest moments ever caught on camera, and let's see if I can handle the chills. There's something undeniably alluring about scary moments, isn't there? Maybe it's the rush of adrenaline, the thrill of fear, or the fact that it taps into our deep-seated primal instincts. Whatever it is, I'm hooked. And judging by how many of you guys love this stuff too, I know I'm not alone. So grab your blankie, make sure you're not home alone. Seriously, don't be home alone for this one, and let's get into it. Okay guys, buckle up because this first one is a roller coaster. We're going all the way back to the 1950s, to the frozen wasteland of the Ural Mountains in Russia. Picture this. 9 experienced hikers, all young and full of life, set out on an expedition to conquer the peak known as Dead Mountain. Sounds ominous, right? Well, it gets worse, because what started as a routine trek turned into a living nightmare. We're talking about the infamous Dyatlov Pass incident, a case so bizarre, so unsettling, that it still has investigators scratching their heads to this day. These hikers, they weren't just your average weekend warriors. They were seasoned adventurers, equipped with all the right gear and knowledge to navigate the harsh terrain. So what went wrong? Why were their tents found ripped open from the inside, as if they'd fled in a blind panic? And why were their bodies scattered across the mountainside, some bearing strange injuries that defied explanation? Let's take a look at the last known photograph of the group. It's eerie, right? This grainy image, discovered in one of their abandoned cameras, captures the hikers setting up camp, their faces illuminated by the faint glow of the campfire. They look happy, excited, completely unaware of the horror that awaited them. Little did they know that this picture would become a haunting reminder of a mystery that continues to baffle and terrify. Some say it was an avalanche, others whisper about secret government experiments or even something paranormal. But the truth remains elusive, buried beneath layers of speculation and fear. The hikers' bodies were found scattered across the mountainside, some partially clothed, some with horrific injuries that defied explanation. One hiker's tongue was missing, another had such severe internal injuries that it looked like they'd been hit by a car. But there were no cars anywhere near the area. And the theories are even wilder. Some say it was a Yeti attack, a monstrous creature lurking in the snowy wilderness. Others believe the hikers stumbled upon a secret military testing ground and were caught in the crossfire. And then there are those who believe something far more sinister and unexplainable took place on that desolate mountainside, something that defies logic and reason. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most perplexing unsolved mysteries of all time. The official investigation concluded that a compelling natural force caused the hikers' deaths, but that vague explanation did little to quell the speculation. What really happened on that fateful night in 1959? Was it a tragic accident, a cover-up, or something truly unexplainable? The answer, my friends, remains lost in the icy grip of the Ural Mountains. Alright guys, let's switch gears for a sec and talk about a place that's practically synonymous with creepy school stories, Winchesterton School. You know, those old brick buildings, flickering fluorescent lights, and hallways that echo with the ghosts of school lunches past. Yeah, those places are basically haunted house starter kits. But Winchesterton School, this one's different. It's like the valedictorian of haunted schools, the one that takes home all the awards for spine-chilling stories and unexplained phenomena. We're talking cold spots, disembodied voices, objects moving on their own, the whole paranormal buffet. And the craziest part, a lot of it has been caught on camera, like actual, undeniable footage that'll make you question everything you thought you knew about the world. One of the most famous pieces of evidence is a video taken by a group of students who were brave enough, or maybe foolish enough, to spend the night in the school's notoriously haunted auditorium. Picture this. It's pitch black, the only light coming from their shaky camera phone, and they're sitting in the dead center of the auditorium. They're giggling nervously, trying to act tough, but you can tell they're terrified. And then it happens. A slow, rhythmic creaking starts up from the stage, like someone's rocking in one of the old theater seats. They freeze, their eyes wide with fear, and then the camera starts to shake, as if something is moving towards them. The footage cuts out abruptly, leaving you with this chilling sense of dread, like whatever was lurking in that auditorium is still out there, waiting for its next victims. But that's not even the half of it. There are countless other stories from Winchesterton School. Janitors who refuse to clean certain hallways after seeing shadowy figures darting past. Teachers who claim to have heard children laughing in empty classrooms. And students who swear they've been touched or pushed by unseen hands. And the photos. Don't even get me started on the photos. Orbs of light floating in mid-air, shadowy figures lurking in the background of otherwise normal pictures, and faces appearing in windows that were supposed to be empty. It's enough to make you want to sleep with the lights on for the rest of your life. Winchesterton School is a chilling reminder that some places hold on to their secrets a little too tightly, and that sometimes the things that go bump in the night are best left undisturbed. Chapter 3. Abandoned Asylum, a Haunting Discovery. Alright guys, we've talked about mountains and schools, but now it's time to delve into a place that's practically synonymous with horror abandoned asylums. These decaying structures, once home to the mentally ill and forgotten, are now shrouded in an eerie silence that's more unsettling than any scream. The peeling paint, the rusted medical equipment, the echoing hallways that seem to whisper the tormented cries of former patients. It's enough to send shivers down the bravest soul's spine. And that's exactly where our next story takes us. A group of friends armed with cameras and a thirst for adventure decided to explore one such abandoned asylum, eager to document its crumbling beauty and maybe, just maybe, catch a glimpse of the paranormal. They'd heard the stories, of course. Every abandoned asylum has them. Stories of patients who died within its walls, their spirits forever trapped, doomed to roam the corridors for eternity. But they never imagined they'd become part of the legend themselves. As they stepped through the crumbling archway and into the asylum's overgrown courtyard, a palpable sense of dread washed over them. The air grew heavy, charged with an unseen energy that made the hairs on their arms stand on end. Undeterred, they pressed on, their cameras clicking away, capturing the decay and desolation that surrounded them. They wandered through the asylum's labyrinthine corridors, their footsteps echoing through the silence. They peered into empty rooms, their imaginations running wild at the thought of the souls that might have once occupied them, and then they stumbled upon it. A room at the end of a hallway, its door slightly ajar, a faint light emanating from within. Curiosity, or perhaps a morbid sense of fascination, drew them closer. As they cautiously approached the door, they could hear a faint humming sound, like a lullaby being sung by 1,000 voices. With bated breath, they pushed the door open and stepped inside. The room was bare, except for a single rocking chair in the center, its wooden frame creaking rhythmically back and forth, but there was no one there. The humming grew louder, filling the room, vibrating through their bodies. And then, the camera caught it, a fleeting glimpse of a figure translucent and ethereal sitting in the rocking chair. It was gone as quickly as it appeared, leaving the friends in stunned silence. They exchanged terrified glances, their hearts pounding in their chests. They knew then that they were not alone in the abandoned asylum. They had stumbled upon something ancient, something powerful, something that defied explanation. Oh my God, you guys, I'm seriously freaked out right now. Those stories were intense. I need a nap or maybe a therapist. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the heart of fear. If you've got a scary experience of your own, be sure to leave it in the comments below. And don't forget to check out my other videos for more spine-tingling content that'll keep you up at night.